Joe, what's good, fam? Afternoon. Um, the last video I did was a little bit ago, and well, I'm here and I'm back with another video. This one's going to be more current. In our currencies, a lot of the videos that I've done have been from past experience and stuff like that, but it was just a way of just delivering my message that I have on my platform that I'm doing at the moment. And so today it's been on my mind a little bit. Today I'll be talking about things, that's coping strategies, and what was my final ticker that made me decide to get off the shit, get off the gear. And this is 2020, 23rd of June. 23rd of June was the day I had gotten arrested, and then I went to jail. And that was basically it. Yeah. 23rd of June, I had went to jail, and what, bro? Or go tell mom.
No.
Wait. Get out.
I get that out.
Bruh. Get out.
I did that too.
Hurry up, man. Get out.
I did that. Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay? Till time is finished. Go put the TV on, my bro. I mean, put something else on. Anyway, I don't want my phone though. So the 23rd of June 2020 was the day that I had, obviously had no choice, I had to get off it. But that was it for me. I got out of jail a couple of months later, just on remanded until sentencing and stuff like that. So I went to courts, and it was a matter of not a matter, just I ended up getting released and stuff like that. I went to court for some bullshit, and then we got out. From that day that I got out was this. I can't actually remember the actual date, but I do remember I remember knowing that was it for me. I was sick and tired of going to jail, fucking nearly, just constantly every year. It was a battle, but I knew that's what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, and we went forward. We punched through, and we rolled with the punches. So. Coping strategies, tell you the truth, it was more my mind. I was ready. My mind was ready to get off the gear. I had to do it for myself first. I had to do it for myself before I could do it for my kids. So they were obviously my main goal, and I was sick and tired of waking up in the cell, fucking, oh man, I could have done this, I should have. Nah, fuck, I was over all that shit, and I did it. My mind frame switched. I done it. That is the hardest part about an addiction, especially as tough as that one is you're hooked, fully hooked. But being able to have the switch inside here, there's a little bit of hope left that you can do it, and that's what I did. And honestly, I have to thank myself for that switch. I did think about the big picture, and I thought about also this is it for me. Nah, it's not. There's way more. I have way more potential to give and to offer to the world and to, and to myself and to my family also. So my coping strategy one was finding the switch, what made me switch. And once I found that switch, I was unstoppable, and I still am. And so we went from continuously waking up in the morning, there's all those that smoke whatever, that's, wake and bake, eating, that's all that shit went from that to completely, when I got out of jail, fuck yous, I ain't coming back, motherfucker. Next minute, the old the screws are just like, oh, we'll see you back, Mr. Munro. See you back here, bro. You'll be back in, what's that, give you a month or so? Yeah, nah, it didn't happen like that. So I went, that was my first coping strategy, was that switch. I needed that switch. I needed to work on myself in order to achieve my goals that I had. And this time I actually stuck to my goals. I had little goals that I had put in place for myself. I never wrote them down when I just locked them in upstairs. So first one was to switch that mode and be the person, be the man that I know that I can be. And that was 2020. I had gotten out of jail, and I was lucky enough to be put back around my brother and my sister-in-law. I was lucky enough, he come and picked me up, from Mangoro, took me back to their whare, where my kids there had been out of my care, but we're in their care, so I was allowed to be around them too, which was amazing, and that was fucking beautiful. So that was the first coping strategy that I had, is knowing the switch in my head, knowing that I can be better and I have more potential to offer to myself. And yeah, number two was to make sure that I was and stayed abstinent of methamphetamine. Now, it became like, it was hard, fuck yeah, it was tough, I'm telling you that, but not in the sense that, because I was a sucker, I was a sucker for this many long in a relationship that was futile and shit like that. I was a sucker for always going back, for always doing this, you go to jail, get out, go back to the same environment. So my coping strategy number two was to appreciate my environment that I have. At that moment in time when I was, fresh out of jail, and my brother and my sister-in-law's whare, around whānau and around people that cared for me, even though I knew that they were always there, it was just a matter of me applying what I knew proper to the situation that I have. And it was a beautiful situation, and it was knowing that, making sure that I had to distance myself from the futile relationship, the ugly environment, the things like that. So that was another one, was coping strategy number two, was to make sure that I knew that I had to remain in an environment that was that was loving and that was caring. So, and it was so hard because I was so, like, what do you call it? I was, obviously still a crackhead, but deep down I knew for myself what I wanted and what I worked on. So, I had worked on that fucking, I couldn't even explain to you how many times I worked on, fighting myself in order to stay in the environment that I was welcomed back into, positively. You know what I mean? So I just went straight, I knew where to go to get all the stuff, all the shit, all of that shit to be fucking cooked again. But nah. The environment that I needed and that I needed for myself was where I was bailed out to. So yeah, that was fucking amazing, and they already know this. The people that were around me at the time of those hard days and stuff like that, being being on a new journey to stay free to where we are today, whānau. So there was, just appreciating my new environment. That I was welcome back into. That was second, yeah. Third coping strategy that I had, and I still have it. It's just not as intense as it was, So I would I will also fight, like we all do. Everybody, we've all done it at one point or another, and it's fighting ourselves inside, right up here, fighting those demons that are easily led, that can easily lead us to doing things that we don't want to. But it's those silent battles that no one sees, but they see it. But it's I'm alright. So it was making sure that I was able to, talk, explain, doing what I'm doing now, explain myself and things like that, my habits, what I didn't want around me. And if you were doing that shit, fucking sweet ass, do that shit. You can do that. That's you. But for me, it was making sure that I had boundaries set, and letting them know, letting everybody know that now, fuck, I'm done. And we did that. So it was setting boundaries. And making sure that those boundaries were respected, and then I respected what they were doing, because they were allowed to. They're adults, they can do whatever they want to fucking do. Me, respect what I need and what I want, and that's respecting my boundaries and my safe space. My safe space. Ka pai. So, those are just a couple of many that I had. But for myself, over these last 5 years, coming up 5 years, finally, those things aren't so big for me anymore. There are a couple of things, and that's being, boundaries, set boundaries, know my limits, and know the fact that yes, I do have my bros that I do know that do it, but that's them. They do that stuff, and then you can copy. That's you. You do your thing, and I'll do my thing, because this is what I've been doing, and this is what I need, and this is what I want. And I've done fucking multiple courses and shit like that, finally, to help do this and help do that. And I'll tell you, for myself, I've done fucking drug and alcohol, fucking rehabilitation programs, reintegration programs, fucking any counselling, all of that shit they give you in the system, that they this is what you have to do. Because fuck this, no, we have to do it because you motherfuckers tell us to do it. But hey, for myself, it didn't work. Doing all these things, it didn't work, because it would lead me back to what I was doing. But I will say this: there were things that I took bits and pieces, out of that, put it into my own kite, because my own skills, and then I applied it how I wanted to apply it when I was ready. Because it's nothing worse than trying to, throw all this information into somebody that's not fucking ready. They don't want to do it because that's just how it is. The mind's telling them nah, then that's it. We're gone. That's fuck you. When I was ready to apply these skills that I had learned over my course of this long, I did it. But I had to be the one to do it, not them telling me that I had to do it, And that's just the thing about the system that we have now, is just that you get force-fed this information because it has to be done, and you have to do it because it's a part of your sentence plan. You got to write down a fucking sentence plan and all this fucking shit. But when you want to do it, you'll do it, So that was key focus, was making sure that I was in the right state of mind. My environment was no longer what it was. Also, those new relationships, and trying not to go into a new relationship in general with old and bad habits. I had And that was one thing that I had a thing with, and it was fucking tough breaking out of old habits and shit like that. I'm not the squeakiest fucking cleanest motherfucker out there, but I can tell you right now that I'm the squeakiest cleanest when it comes to fucking meth free, you know, methamphetamine, and for my own self and my own knowledge and how I got there along, you know, how I got there on my journey was thanks to me, because I'm the one that put my hand up and I'm the one that fucking wanted to do it. So, yeah. Other than that, finally, I would fucking, you know, gladly like to hear some feedback. It doesn't have to be fucking much or anything like that. You know, my whānau who know me know that I've come a long way to where I am today, to where I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. You know, and yeah. Other than that, coping strategies, fucking my little booklet of how I got to be where I am today. Check.